I hope you are all doing well today. We're going to be talking about the Maybelline Superstay Activewear Foundation. This claims to be a 30-hour foundation. Clearly, I'm not going to wear it for 30 hours, but I'll wear it for as long as I possibly can. If you are new here, welcome. We cover beauty and hair care on this channel, reviews, curl styling, and all that good stuff. So if you'd like to join in, make sure to subscribe. I post videos weekly. All right, on to the foundation. I have the shade Light Beige here. That's 118. For reference, my skin is dry, sensitive. I have some redness. Sometimes I have dry patches and I never really know I have them until I put makeup on. 30-hour wear, as it's clear on the bottle. Feels light as air, weightless. Does not transfer, so I will be putting that to the test. I have right here clean mask, and we'll see if it transfers or not. Water resistant, sweat resistant. Natural finish, comfortable matte. Dermatologist tested for all skin types. They do recommend either using a sponge or your hands for application. I'm gonna do half and half, see if that makes a difference in terms of coverage or how it looks. I have to say it does feel very comfortable. I can't even feel it on. I do like the coverage, but I am seeing some dry patches. It's picking up a lot of the texture on my skin. By the way, I do not have any primer on. I just have my skincare. It has like a neutralizing yellow undertone. I actually like the application with my hands better than the sponge. The sponge, I don't know if you can tell, sheared it out a little bit. It is $7.53. So I'm going to finish my makeup. I'm not gonna wear powder products on top. I'm gonna put on some cream blush. I don't have cream bronzer, so I'm not gonna do that. Very simple makeup. It is now 9:08 a.m. So here's the foundation up close. Again, I did not build this up. I just did one layer. This side is with my hand. This side was with the sponge. And I do think that the sponge does sheer out the coverage. You can tell that there's better coverage on this side. You can kind of see some redness peeking through. It almost feels lighter than my tinted sunscreen or tinted moisturizer. It's set really well, so it's not sticky. So it doesn't feel like you have a layer of anything on your face. The only powder product I used was my highlight, just a little bit, and I have a mask right here. Also, my liquid lipstick, transfer proof too, so this is like a mask friendly makeup right here. Just gonna press a little bit to see if it actually transfers. So there is some transfer, but it's mostly around the nose area, and that's where I had my concealer. So I don't fault the foundation for that. The cheek area, which is where I pressed, there's a tiny little bit, but it is barely noticeable. Pretty good. All right, guys, checking back in. It is now 3:22 p.m. Clearly, I do not believe this foundation lasts 30 hours. It's breaking apart around my chin area and around the nose area. I don't really have a runny nose either, so it's just kind of faded. I feel comfortable not wearing a powder over this foundation. I think it would work a lot better or hold up better paired with a primer. Alright, so we're back for day 2 of trying the Superstay Activewear Foundation. I figured today I would try it with my Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth. This is just my favorite hydrating primer. Doubled up on my hydrator today, and I exfoliated last night. I know I tried it with my hands and liked it better than the sponge yesterday, but I figure let me try the sponge all over since I'm doing primer. It definitely looks a little bit more sheer with the sponge, even with the primer. So I'm kind of building it up in certain areas, but it neutralized the redness really well. Struggling a little bit here applying the foundation. It's like it doesn't want to apply to every section of my face. I have to be very intentional about where I place it. It's not going to blend it into areas where you didn't place it. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't just melt into the skin. As I was building it on top of my cheek area, it took it away from certain areas, so it's a little bit patchy. I don't want to keep messing with it, trying to build it up anymore. It's still very comfortable. The only area that doesn't look cakey right now is my forehead, and it's because I didn't use a lot of it. So I think this foundation works better with less. It's now 7:10 a.m. I did use cream and powder products just to see how that layered on top. And I did set everything with my Milani Make It Dewy setting spray. This is just what I use when my skin is very dry. I don't know how I feel about it, I have to be honest. I don't think it looks bad. I do see some settling in my pores, and it does look a little cakey for my liking. I also had a little bit of trouble blending out my highlight, which is like a powder highlight, and my bronzers. But the foundation in itself does dry down, so I just don't know why I had issues blending my bronzer and highlight when the foundation had already set and dried down. Back for my last check-in. It's now 6:40 p.m. and it's not looking great. I mean, you guys can be the judge. I liked the way it felt initially without primer or anything, but I did feel like it accentuated the dryness. So my game plan for today was just tackle with moisture, right? Today I used my heavier hydrating serum and it just did not work. Felt like my skin was a little tight around the mouth area. It just looks very uneven. You can see all the dryness just became more visible as it was fading, and you can evidently see the makeup on my face a lot. It's just a lot going on. Now I don't know if it's because I tried to layer this foundation, but I haven't come across anyone that has had issues layering it. I just don't think it's worth the trouble. I feel like a foundation should make your life easier and not harder, and this is just not it for my dry skin. So that's it for today's review. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it helpful. If you liked it, make sure to share, and please feel free to leave your experience with this foundation in the comments down below, as well as your skin type. I would love to know if you love it, if you hate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.